welcome everybody to the first of our Sunday pre-recorded shows. My name is Laura Massey from Two Feathers Medicine, from the New Teachings platform with Andrew Bartzitz. Today we're going to do Prayer Sunday. So this is a series of shamanic prayers, and I'm going to take you on a prayer journey. So let's get comfortable. Take some nice deep breaths. We'll clear away any discordant frequencies that aren't here for our greater good, that aren't here to bring us remedy and resolve. And we'll call in our ancestors and our guides and our guardians and our angels and the seven directions and the four winds to bring us peace and beauty in this moment of now. So what are prayers? For me, prayers are a spilling over of our natural love of life and our exuberance and our recognition that we are more, that we came from love, we are love. And we're stepping up to emanate that frequency through out loud joy of our own spoken word in our own heart expression. For our heart is our wisdom keeper, it's our time traveler, it's where we go and connect to our inner selves, where we go and connect to our greater wisdom. It's our portal to our DNA wisdom, all that's been handed down from our ancestors, that's in our very blood, that flows through our heart. Our heart is our portal to those ancestors, and it's our prayer portal too. So come with me in this great dream time awakening with a prayer to connect to my brothers and sisters of the great dream time awakening. Let's go to void space, where we met before we came, where we met as photonic beings of light. Let's sit round the fire together, for this is where we planned the many eons of light eras that we would have, that we would come through together, to come to this now time of the great remembering and the great awakening. We sat round the great co-creative fire. We were forged in the fires of creation together. And if you resonate with that now on hearing these words, then know I sat there with you. And we had many plans as photonic beings of light. We were to go forth on many journeys through millions of years so that we could exist here now to do our great work. Shamans of old and shamans of the now go to the void to reconnect to the great wisdom when we were starting our journeys, coming forth, going on the great voyage of discovery with the universe, linked with the growing of the universe, so we could go through the many trials and tribulations to balance our karma, to get on our dharmic path, to find remedy and resolve, to enhance our consciousness. And at times we suffered. We knew this. This was all part of the planning. So brothers and sisters who are here with me now, come sit before Grandfather Fire. Take your seat in your heart. Gaze deeply into Friend Fire, and let's co-create words of heart space wisdom and share these words of light. Grandfather Fire hisses and glows in spits of rain. The logs from the trees are like red glowing spines across the fire bowl. Steam rises from our pan of sacred water and mingles with the wisps of smoke that the four winds quickly gather to show us a clear way. We ask the fire about our journey, this great fire of co-creation in the void, this great fire where we were forged. We say, how do we outcreate this global narrative, this system of domination and control that we will encounter on Earth? Friend Fire asks us to repeat these words. I, as this ever-present being now, make the sovereign choice to create my own narrative for myself that outcreates the global narrative incursion into my reality. I say these sacred words built from heart space wisdom of lifetime to lifetime knowingness and awareness. I am a sovereign being, claiming all of my experiences of this lifetime and all lifetimes that give me my own sacred truth and knowingness. I require no other source other than my own sacred self. For Great Spirit works through me to co-create with my own truth and beliefs. I do not require a global narrative of half-baked truths, lies, misconceptions, misperceptions, misrepresentations. Global narrative, your voice and your services are no longer required, for I am in dominion with Earth Mother for all exchange of Akashic record truths. I see through your pretend stance as the holder of all knowledge. My own narrative is in co-creation with Great Spirit and is manifested from all lifetimes simultaneously existing of my multidimensional selves and from my inner knowingness, which has been honed and whittled and carved out of time and no time to produce my own great poetry of light codes in this prayer. Grandfather Fire, here's our words repeated, manifested from our own hearts, where we add the light of every fire we have ever co-created with, and we claim our rites of passage to pass on our own internal narrative that speaks louder to us than the global narrative. I am no longer a being from which the system can harvest energy. I claim my right and legacy to speak my narrative of the fifth world of peace, of peacemaker and peacekeeper. I claim my right and legacy of speech from my heart of prayer song, sharing through my throat chakra my narrative of light codes learnt from my well pod, and I share it through all dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universes. Today is the day I stand in my sovereign power and claim that which I have given away in my unawareness. So I say to you, brothers and sisters of the great Dreamtime Awakening, arise now, sleeping rainbow warriors of the fifth world of peace. The time is now to outvote by your sacred actions from your sacred heart space wisdom the choices made in your awareness and unawareness of a system that limits unity choices at every choice point. Come and cast your vote for unity and messages of peace. Shake off your duvets of ignorance, jump out of the bed of lies made for you daily by the global narrative. Put on bright, sovereign clothes that have been washed in the laundry of infinite possibilities and throw out the old rubbish bag of spiritual ignorance with the morning trash. Make your galactic cup of inspirational coffee to get yourself awake to all possibilities manifesting now. Aho. So, brothers and sisters of the Great Dreamtime Awakening, here is a rainbow architect invocation prayer. I, in the ever-present moment of the eighth colour of time, In this DNA skin suit of experience, summon all aspects of my rainbow-spawn self. I recognize I am a rainbow warrior, a rainbow peacemaker and peacekeeper, builder of rainbow bridges, creating pathways to the fifth world of peace. I know from my wisdom deep within that I can take strands of the 8 colors of my experience and weave them into a magical flowing meld of past, present, and future synchronous frequencies that in and of themselves provide the infinite link of all time streams, dimensions, galaxies, and universes in which I operate as a stream of dream light. For I am a never-ending, self-perpetuating, recalibrating being coded in light, returning distortion to natural frequency. I carry this forward, manifested on earth in the form and function of a being on a path of self-learning and evolving, so new parts of myself may step forward into my self-created portals of inspiration and change and outcreate stale old modalities that no longer serve the process of evolution, of a being offering contribution in service to light. Old forms are transmuted or dissolved. Those parts of me no longer relevant to my journey fade away to be absorbed by other supporting streams of light for recalibration and nurturing. Those parts of me that have been dormant, waiting for their time and place in no time, are rebooted and recharged with the new frequencies. I present myself over and over again as a constant change and movement, an ever-changing meld and dance of rainbow light, glowing with a purpose driven out of unconditional love for a universe that provides the space, depth, and multidimensionality, so I may continue to expand on a never-ending voyage of igniting rainbow torches, marking a passage through the stars. I offer myself to all the colors of time as an experimenting, beautiful being of change for growth, willing to learn, to carry the mantle of responsibility, to heal past, present, and future selves. But this is my legacy and my truth. It is also my honor to combine and weave the colors of my past, present, and future selves as a natural blend of those threads. My ancestors began this by dreaming the first dream that dreamed us all into existence and lighting the first torch in their hearts. Over the eons of light on this planet, many shadows were cast over those flames. But however many attempts to extinguish, pollute, or distort them, they have continued to burn all their individual colors of experience deep into the light bodies of those ancestors who would step forward in ever new eras of light. For eons, our torches burnt slow but steady, unwavering as the lineages stood their ground, retain their honor of carrying forward their flame of the heart. When the ancestors carrying these flames reunited, the first rainbow torch was lit from the many colors and lineages of the ancestors, with the ceremony of the many colors of time, at the reuniting of the ancestors and the lighting of the rainbow torch, a new era of light has begun. Step forward with me now as rainbow architects to accept these torches in ever new eras of light. Aho. Let's slow things down a little. Let's take a journey to Sister Moon. And you might be wondering why I'm calling her Sister Moon. For these purposes, she is Sister Moon to the other planets. And the moon is an energetic place where we can go and co-create and exist. There's 2 big crystalline objects inside the moon, which are the schools of the ascended masters, teaching us the value of dream time, for the moon is about dream time. One is to teach us the co-creative value of dream time, and the second teaches us the value of experiencing the third and fourth dimensional parts of our galaxy. And the moon is where we get our passport to become a co-creator among the stars. So let's soften and relax. No more battling the global narrative. Not for now. Let's take a journey prayer to Sister Moon. It's a peaceful evening. The moon has risen above my willow tree, sending soft dappled light to play upon my face. I look up at Sister Moon. She's full and glorious as she walks the clouds. I relax and see myself taking the silver stairs through the night sky. Up and up a moonlit stairway. Each step is 1,000 celestial steps. At the tip of the stratosphere, I illuminate my golden tube of protection and projection so I can be hurtled to Sister Moon's country garden. Here, there's swinging chairs full of comfy cushions hanging from her willow tree branches. There's floating crystals and orbs, all bathing in the beautiful silver light. A brook babbles happily under the willows, and firefly play with the fire elementals in the candle jars hung from the trees. A soft moon wind tugs gently on the willow dream catchers and wooden and silver chimes. Sister Moon comes out of her cottage in her apron and welcomes us. It's so good to see you again, she smiles warmly. Welcome all of you. Come and eat with me. Come join me and Brother Mars. For I have made a gourmet meal for all of you, and we will eat and talk and laugh together. And later we will rest in our swing chairs and share our celestial stories of our great journeys. Sister Moon's celestial voice is soft and comforting, loving and caring. We all gather in Sister Moon's massive kitchen. To one side is a huge stove where all sorts of pots and pans are steaming and bubbling away as the lids rattle celestial tunes. Grandmother's alchemist kitchen. Above us is hanging an array of pans, spoons, and utensils. A huge wooden table made from a whole tree runs down the centre of the room. It is laid with twinkling crystal glasses and all the different cutlery you would need for 7 courses. The centre of the long table is filled with pots of wildflowers where bees are gently humming, busy on their own celestial journey. Candles flicker between the flowers. There are displays of woven lavender and willow, and we all smile knowing Sister Moon has been weaving with Mother Earth again. Come, sit, Sister Moon beams at us all. There's chairs for everyone. The chairs are carved from the same wood and decorated with crystals. Brother Mars sits at one end of the table. His chair is very large and adorned with bloodstones and rubies. Sister Moon's seat is covered with moonstones and moldavite. Sister Moon busies herself at the oven and produces a large tray of canapes. Brother Mars pours us all a bubbling red drink. Our aperitif, he smiles warmly. Sister Moon sails in. I've prepared you all your favourite dishes, she says as we pass round the delicious prawn canapes. There's plenty more, so eat up all of you. Sister Moon seems to enjoy having us at her table. As soon as the tray of canapes is dispatched, Sister Moon busies herself dishing up a starter of asparagus with a nut brown butter. A little beurre noisette on your asparagus, she chuckles, though I think my celestial language is better than my French. She hands round the plates. We're all hungry after our journeying here. There's much talk and laughter around the table. Now, celestial peacemakers and peacekeepers, come share with me all the loves and losses of your journeys. Share with me your fears, your tears, your pains, your gains, your grief, and any other belief that you are anything other than unconditional love. Share with me your hopes and dreams, your great visions, for here you are free and unfettered by others' projections. As we each speak, she listens attentively, as does Brother Mars. We pause so she can hand round the next course. And now here is my celestial ancestral balancing consommé, prepared only from the finest ingredients. Bowls of delicious smelling steaming consommé are passed down the table. This is the finest consommé I've ever tasted, exclaims Brother Mars. This will give me the much needed balancing energy I need for healing. Thank you, my sister. With that, we all continue to share our great celestial thoughts and dreams, our trials, our tribulations. Nothing is rushed. All celestial diners are given an opportunity to share. Everyone listens and nods in communal understanding. Even Sister Moon as she brings the fish course. Here's another of your favourites, Brother Mars. She smiles softly, and the room fills with silver light. Poached fillets of lemon sole with a salmon and prawn mousseline and an elderflower wine and dill sauce. She winks. A little celestial alcohol I made from the fruits of my tree. Brother Mars shifts a little in his chair. My sister, I'm quite overwhelmed by your nourishing and loving dishes. And he looks like he's going to shed a tear. We all smile lovingly at Brother Mars, for his journey has been long and arduous. We ask him to tell us his story. Long ago, I was teleported into this galactic ascension machine, so I might balance the war energies of Earth, he begins. Venus is my twin. Other brother and sister planets gave up large sections of their soul group to enable me to exist here in this solar system as a karmic balancer. I've been through great destruction and my service has taken heavy damage, so I was brought here to heal. And I've been in a coma for many years. But things are changing and my energies are changing too. And this fine meal of Sister Moon's is filling me with great healing. So thank you, Sister Moon. As Brother Mars grows a little weary, Sister Moon gets up and wraps her arms about his great shoulders. You have done so much, Brother Mars, and we're all so happy to have you here with us now. We all murmur in heart-spaced agreement. We all help Sister Moon clear the empty plates while she produces a large copper skillet of paella. I know you will enjoy this main course, Brother Mars, for it's full of seafood, which I have a feeling you like. We all smile. The meal slows to a more leisurely pace. We're beginning to feel full. Eat up, everyone, Sister Moon beams at us again, for I have a magnificent apple pie for pudding, followed by cheese and biscuits. Brother Mars groans light-heartedly. Sister Moon, I'm full. Brother Mars, we'll have a little break and drink this fine blackberry wine, for we have much to share, and we chat happily over our remaining 2 courses. When we have all helped wash the dishes and tidy up, we all sit quietly for a while and ponder. Brother Mars closes his eyes, and those next to him hold his great hands lovingly. We all hold hands around the great table. The fire elementals are dancing merrily on the top of the candles in the soft night air, carried by the 4 celestial winds through the open back door. The gentle perfume of lavender and chamomile wafts across the table. Through the open windows, we can see the great sky nation, vast and deep and mystical, the infinite, waiting for us to explore and reclaim our heritage as natural born beings to Earth and this universe. Silence steals across the room as well, in a moment of oneness and interconnectedness. We feel the wholeness of who we are as a collective of beings living as heart-spaced awareness, as unconditional love, as joy and happiness, as dreamers, dreaming the great dream of peace. We each have a prayer we've written for Sister Moon and Brother Mars. The prayers are words of thanks, for they have held space for us for millions of years to go through their dreaming space of spaces. We thank them for being our great celestial teachers, sharing their wisdom, so we, the peacemakers and peacekeepers, at this time of the great Dreamtime awakening, may learn to reweave the ancestral energies of the fifth world of peace. For as Sister Moon weaves the great tides with Mother Earth, we must learn to weave our internal tides to rise and fall with the new energies of change. For this is the time of the great separation of densities, and we must remember that we truly are Earth's children, the great unvanquished dream of peace. It's time to return to our Mother Earth. As we leave, Sister Moon reminds us that we may dream ourselves into her dream space, so we may have dual existence simultaneously on Earth and on the Moon. She gives us all a marshmallow for the journey home. See you in the dream world, she says. Back down through my golden tube I go, back down the silver stairs, back to my willow tree, where I sit and dream again the great dream of peace, as Sister Moon silently climbs the clouds above me once again. Aho. So now to continue with the Dreamtime theme, I have a Dreaming Moon Lodge prayer. With these words, I now manifest a peacekeepers and peacekeepers dreaming lodge of co-creation, but the emissaries of the fifth world of peace. So all dreaming selves have a place to populate with their precognitive workforce and other light beings seeking unity, where new dream weaves of peace may be woven, and we may end our eternal struggle and resolve the issues of forced evolution and expand our infinite point of view. I offer my light body, seeking unity, this dream lodge, to co-create the expanding consciousness of Earth with all light beings who seek self-spawned peace. We form a council of elders to hear all words for peace, for these are a council of wisdom keepers that have been lost in the modern society. For we are all global citizens on a path of reclaiming our freedom from karmic debt, seeking true connection and fusion through all aspects of time and space. The fifth world of peace is not only possible, it's unstoppable. Recognizing that with honor comes responsibility and the returning to a deeper wisdom. The elders say these sacred words. The precognitive workforces will populate the sacred sites of Earth so that other light beings may be guided by these homing beacons to increase the density of light in those places. Time will return to natural universal format as the illusion collapses. Anchor points will be required on Earth for all incoming streams of light. The Peacemakers and Peacekeepers Lodge will set up a Dreamtime Council for all beings seeking to return to Earth, so all may actualize their potential. Aho. Many of you, like me, would have had many challenges on your journey, on our journey back to the stars. It's full of many things we must encounter, overcome, learn, take on that mantle of responsibility that we step forward as Dreamtime warriors, as Dreamtime co-creators, as peacemakers and peacekeepers. We decided a long time ago around that fire in the great void of great mystery. We all decided a long time ago that we would step forward and light the torch of the great dream of peace, taking us to the fifth world of peace. That's the message I know I carry in my heart. That's the message I know I carry in my very being, in my blood, in my DNA. It's an ancestral message that's been there for millions of years. You may have other ways of expressing that. But if we're stepping forward to do our work, to do our great work, to do our inner work, then we're stepping forward with a purpose, not only to heal ourselves and bring ourselves to balance, but taking on that mantle of responsibility in joy. And the joy of prayer is just one way we can do that. But stepping forward and carrying that torch of peace that the elders gave us all those eons ago, and claiming those rites of passage and learning and evolving as we go, learning with Earth Mother and walking that path to the great fifth world of peace, carrying the torch that lights our way and adding light for others to join us. A while ago, I wrote my journey to the stars. Some of you may have heard it. So I'm going to read it for you again now. My journey to the stars prayer. I am the human. I am the human because I know love. I was born a sacred feminine and a sacred masculine. Through the womb of a sacred feminine on this sacred earth, I grew from my heart and I can learn to speak its language. As the fetus in my mother's womb, I have my greatest connection to the divine, and I was born with that spark within, my eternal flame, and with the internal fortitude and will to live, to drive me forward, learning how to create my own bubble of reality. Born through the forgetting of the birth canal, but I know I have the means to access my memories in light, so I can learn how to dream my own great dream of peace. For as a human, I was born with all the knowingness within, already have the connection to all that is, was, and will be. I have the ability to learn to be the shaman of my own technology, and I am human because I can use my heart mind to connect again to the fetus and call forth my ancient future wisdom in order that I may learn, grow, evolve to love unconditionally, to find the sacred neutrality that is my birthright. I am human because I have the rites of passage to discover the resources that carry me through the challenges of life on earth. I am human. I live, love, and learn. At times I learn through repetition, which brings illumination, for which I use for self-growth and self-discovery. I am human because I know I carry the blood of my ancestors, and I feel my heartbeat and know it beats for all ancestors. And when I do the work of self-healing, I heal all ancestors, past, present, and future. I was born with choices and potentials of my own to carry forward the mantle of responsibility to be the self-illuminated master. A human knows in their heart there is something more beyond the petty distractions of the global narrative and survival living. I am human when I see through the programs that run us, and I work to eliminate them from my life, so that it's my heart mind that makes my decisions and gives me my perspectives. I have the skill sets to hack this hologram and fortify my own hologram. As a human, I am unique. I am a catalyst for change. I know I hold infinite potential. Born within me is the wisdom of why I dream this dream. I'm human when music moves me to tears and yet can make me dance. I'm human because I can feel my heart singing. Because I laugh and cry and sing and speak, run and dance and sleep and dream. I can smell the sweet smell of hay, and when rain is coming, I feel the tugging of winds in my hair and the warming of the sun on my skin. I breathe in the sharp freshness of the chill air on a frosty winter's day. I can smile. I am the human recognizing my heart is full of undiscovered treasures and that I'm here to make the unknown known. As a human, I have choices, the choosing of which creates yet more choice points. I have the choice to use imagination and vision, which opens me up to co-create with great spirit and great mystery in a beautiful, never-ending voyage of discovery. As a human, my prayers are prayers of thanks and poems and connections from my heart to my ancestors. I am the hero. This is when the human evolves enough to make self-aware choices to step out of mediocrity. A hero turns acquired knowledge into wisdom by action. I am the hero by becoming awake and aware that I am more than I have heard, read, or studied, and having the courage to develop an unlimited point of view, to create sacred space and carve out sacred time, and to use out loud name it to claim it statements. Even when the whole world seems to be yelling at you that you're being selfish, I'm the hero by committing myself to a path of self-discovery and self-healing, which is not in alignment with the system of mediocrity and distraction, the system that tells you they know best and that without it you'd be struggling. A hero knows that outcreating the system will help them reclaim their own sovereignty. A hero steps forward to do their great work regardless of the projections put on them by those around them, including loved ones who are still in the hypnosis of obedience and slavery. A hero's stance is frightening to those who unquestionably conform. A hero can lose friends and family through this fear. I am the hero because I've had to fight back tears when my truth is met with scorn and ridicule. Teasing from others is a giveaway of their fear of change. When my sacred neutrality is seen as weakness and my intent questioned as a human, my heart can break. But as a hero, I know with a deep, unwavering belief that this is part of the journey I must go through. As a hero, I learn to conquer old habit patterns that are working against me, and I stop arguing for my own limitations. A hero is not a martyr. I do not sacrifice my own needs for others. I am a hero by being sovereign and working on my own development and healing, allowing others to do the same if they should choose to take up that mantle of responsibility. The hero does not tread on another's journey, but commits themselves to their own path. I am a hero because I know it's not what you think, it's what you believe. And I've chosen to believe in me. Self-trust, self-acknowledgement, self-nurture. Facing obstacles in the seen and unseen world and taking on as a discipline the spiritual hygiene and sacred practices and ceremonies as a scheduled, heart agenda-driven need to maintain an increasing frequency and sovereignty and the setting of sacred boundaries. The path of a hero is not easy. You must own your self-core, own your power in a system that wants to take it from you in all kinds of overt and covert ways. I am a hero as I make myself aware of this and have spiritual practices and postures that keep me sovereign. A hero knows the path of truth can be a lonely road, but does not operate as a hermit practitioner, for that serves no purpose for the greater good. A hero has recognized the illusory limitations set up by the self and has done the work to overcome the worry and fear, recognizing they are the product of a lack of trust in the self. Therefore, a hero has learned self-trust. My daily spoken prayers and meditations have become prayer dances of joy with music that makes tears flow. I am the champion. As a champion, I throw off all shackles in the seen and unseen world. I offer my full service in contribution to the light. I am a champion when as a self-eliminated master, I can see through the trickery and lies of the system of domination and control. Yet I do not confront it, for I know that in that action, I'm adding more of the same frequency. A champion has learnt to outcreate the system by sacred living, by revocations, claiming sovereignty, ceremonies, alchemy, and aligning with the frequencies of earth, of the natural way of being. A champion lives in the divine flow and creates sacred ways and moments, and has learnt to live from one sacred moment to the next as a moment-to-moment sacred living on earth. Living the mystical life daily in a seamless bonded stream of self-healing, self-worth, self-value, self-appreciation and unconditional love. And you cannot trigger a champion into retaliation. A champion will open their hearts because they're not afraid and pour out the endless stream of love that flows through them. Yet they are not fools. Champions have learnt the lessons of life, of self-protection from energies not coming in equal co-creation to siphon life force, and they are prepared. They have mastered the discipline of spiritual hygiene and know it is a discipline. I am a champion, for I have been through the deepest fear of a shaman's death, of extreme anxiety, disturbance, loss of life force, hollowness and emptiness, before the separation of densities removed old cells there to distort and destroy or work against my I am self. This takes the courage of a champion. I am the champion when I know how to flip the frequencies and engage my precognitive workforce of I am presences, so I may be the sole arbiter of my life, outcreating the system's plans for me. As a champion, I'm engaging many of the skill sets I've learned as a synthesis of human and hero. Victories are not seen as glorification. Victories are a personal achievement of being a sacred neutral observer and learning from the rites of passage that are milestones to my own personal spiritual path. The dancing of a prayer dancer, a champion, is beautiful. It's in divine flow with the heart of a warrior and the mind and body of a sacred feminine and masculine, the music carrying me to the depths of my soul in joy. I am the unvanquished great dreamer of peace. And from my heart space knowingness pours the unlimited love for all sentient kind, a deep wisdom that knows the potency of peace. I am unvanquished, unconquerable, because I chose sovereignty of the self. I chose self-mastery. I chose to be a signature frequency matched to peace. I am a peacemaker and peacekeeper. As the great dreamer of peace, I've recognized that all spiritual paths are to be honored, for all must follow their own inner guidance and heart. A great dreamer of peace works in the seen and unseen worlds, dreaming into the dream space of loved ones, repatriating soul shards and bringing back wholeness. repairing and bonding fractalized dream spaces. I have stood up in dreams as a sovereign potent being, carrying my staff bound with feathers and crystals to protect others and myself. I've removed entities from the dream spaces of myself and loved ones. I am unvanquished. And I know, as that great dreamer, we all have the potential to dream the great dream of peace and to create the fifth world of peace by dreaming that dream. I know that every step I walk as the unvanquished great dreamer of peace is one that is in synchronicity with Great Spirit. Great Spirit works through me and with me. Words flow, whether spoken, written, or typed. I have remembered who I am and why I dream this dream. I am the mighty manifester of the great dream of peace and unity. I honor myself as self-illuminated master holding the great dream of peace. I ride the celestial winds of change with heightened awareness, integrity, and intuition, carrying the message of the unvanquished dream of peace. For I am unconquered as sovereign arbiter of peace. As the unvanquished great dreamer of peace, my luminescence will help awaken my sleeping brothers and sisters of earth, the next generation of peacemakers and peacekeepers, as I show loving lightness and grace and a new way of living on earth. I carry the universal message of sovereignty, freedom, and peace. I am so free, I chose to experience the illusion of a non-freedom on earth. As the unvanquished great dreamer of peace, I pilot a voyage as a great medium of peace, sharing knowledge of sovereignty consciousness, maxims of equity. For I had the courage to look within and read the encodings imprinted in my heart since my first birth of all my eternal births. And my prayer dances under the stars with a heart full of joy, where I call forth spirals of stardust from the ends of my outstretched fingers, and peace fills my soul, for I know I have earned this rites of passage. I am the dragon. As an unvanquished dreamer of the great dream of peace, I now conjure my dragon. I initiate the force of my dragon with my deep breath and surrender to this 0 point energy, the raw spirit and pure grace that is me. As the dragon, I feel the harmony of my body being in touch with the universe to move me through the different dimensions at speed, to raise my awareness, to take me beyond my mind and help me move my energy and shift any stagnation so I may gain greater clarity. I am the dragon. We are the ancient ones, the great holders of universal truths, our ancient freedoms, ancient knowingness, our ancestors. When I'm a dragon, I harbour within me the adventurous spirit. I am a trailblazer into the velvety depths of all time-space, of all the galaxies and universes and beyond, that which outcreate even the grandeur of my current perspective. And I trust in myself, riding the synchronized flow of the energies as I create new pathways, weave new dreams, and program realities. I ride the currents and cosmic airflow of the four celestial winds, free and untethered, so I may create new dream spaces with the thread of the 8 colors of time. I am the seeker of knowledge, the returning voyager of all time-space, weaving new streams of light, igniting the peacemaker's fire with my dragon breath, and lighting the torches that show the path to the 5th and 6th world of universal peace, discovering the past, present, and future, spreading the message of unity wherever I go. I manifest my own sovereign layer of reality, and I know my path will best be served with humility and right action, giving up any illusions of control and deepening the relationship with all that is, was, and ever will be. As the dragon, my sacred heart will be my compass in all frequencies of light. For I am a grand source connected being, When I co-create with the 8 colours of time, I become my own elder of this time of earth. I am the dragon. This is my legacy. And my prayer dance is in divine flow. It lifts my dragon wings. And all I know is love and beauty in all its forms. Aho. Thank you for co-creating this time of prayer today with me. I hope this inspires you to go away, make your own life story into a prayer, write your own prayers of the 5th world of peace, write your own prayers of this life, write your own prayers so your heart can express and hear who you are, so you can communicate with Source, with Great Mystery, with Great Spirit, whoever you want to connect to in the unseen world. Call them in with prayer, share your joy, share how you feel, share your inner wisdom and knowingness. It's a two-way communication. Let prayers help lift you to joy, and let the joy of your prayers lift you. Thank you for sharing this prayer time with me. Aho.